We're now streaming on Twitch. If anyone gives a crap about Twitch,
Ooh,
um,
I do.
yeah. Um, this app that I use to go live on places just added Instagram to the mix, which is great because we have like 2,400 followers on Instagram. So if we could eventually go live on Instagram, that would be cool. Maybe some people will
That would
chat
be
with us.
cool.
Um, yeah. Let's see here.
And
Yeah.
Hello.
oh, hi. Glad you're here.
Okay, we're live. We're live on places. Okay, cool. If anyone's watching, hello, welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. Our Patreon members will be joining shortly. I know some people will be joining. Um, and yeah, I am. Right now, I'm drinking a beer. Colin, I saw you drink like a big fat, like 3 finger glass of whiskey. What are you drinking, man?
Three fingers? Is that the way we measure this
I
nowadays?
mean, that's what it kind of looks like, right? Like here's your glass. How many how many fingers are on there?
I don't think it's that much. This is probably just maybe a shot and a half.
Oh, okay. What are you drinking though?
Maybe two shots.
Yeah.
Maybe it's three fingers after all, whatever that means. Um, I am drinking Macallan tonight.
Ooh, which year?
What year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is technically the
10 year.
Classic Cut Limited Edition 2022. I actually
I
have the
see.
bottle. Hold on a minute. I don't believe it says how long it is. It's been aged. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say how long this was aged for, but it is freaking delicious. That's uh that's a direct quote from me. Freaking
Ah.
delicious. Yeah. Caleb, what are you drinking as you drive?
Oh, I got a Four Loco going on.
Nice.
No, I'm
Nice,
just
dude.
kidding. Since I'm driving, I'm drinking an energy drink.
That could still be a Four Loco, right?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's been quite a while. No, I
Colin,
got a something called Rain or whatever, REIGN. It's like I got a rainbow sherbet rain energy drink.
sherbet, sherbet, I believe it's called
Uh,
sherbet.
well, it's both. I looked it up once. There's two pronunciations of it.
Mm,
I'm
okay,
not sure which one I have, so I might have sherbet.
gotcha. Remember, there was a time where Caleb and Josh and I made our own Four Locos.
Oh yeah, with the Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, and
That was
Yes.
a
Like
good, that was a good drink.
legitimately like made your own from scratch.
yeah, we
How does
did.
that work?
Yeah, we
I
had a
think it was like
biking adventure.
vodka or something. I don't remember what
Yeah,
it.
I can't remember what we did, but we had to let it sit in the refrigerator overnight or something, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
that's
did.
true. We did. Yeah. Hi, Tony.
Hi,
How's it going, man?
it's
What's
going.
up, Tony?
Not much.
Hello.
Caleb, you won't be able to see Caleb today because he's driving to South Carolina as we speak.
But I am on here.
But he's here. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. I have a crazy. I had a crazy dream 2 nights ago about Caleb, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. I just need to talk it out and just see what this means between
What
you know.
this so all right, so this is what the theme of tonight's show is
Yeah,
going
I
to be.
know. I
Is
tech.
the yeah, diagnosis of Nick's dream world and what it means for the rest of us as, in the real world.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm qualified to diagnose that.
No, no, no,
I
no.
am.
But
We're not.
it's great that you're here, Caleb. Just because I want to hear. I feel like Josh would have some things to say about it, so I'm excited to. Um,
Actually, now that mention it, I had a dream that you were in, Nick, like a week ago.
oh, nice.
The
Yeah.
same
I mean, it
exact dream.
wasn't it wasn't a particularly weird dream, but it was hilarious none the same.
But we did kiss.
We
Just
didn't kiss
kidding.
in the dream, which is disappointing. Yeah. But I mean, it was like a week ago, so I can't remember all the details,
Got it.
but it involved you, me, and Bridget. We were sitting in the back of a pickup truck in the middle of Shoptown Mall. and
I don't know why that's so
Why
funny
did
to me,
you-
but it's...
yeah, we're sitting in like the bed of a pickup truck in the like. Do you remember Shopping Town Mall? And it's like when like early '90s, it had all the fountains and everything else.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, imagine that, and we're in like a baby blue pickup truck, and you're like, hey, okay, so this is what I remember. You're like, hey, can you go get this like stuff for our show or whatever? And I was like, sure, whatever that meant. And my cat was with me. So I'm carrying my cat and I go out to this like opposite end of the mall and I'm walking by all these like areas and I remember seeing a closed and abandoned Auntie Anne's and like the pretzel place and I was like, oh man, this mall must be not be doing well when you know that it's closed. And then as I like turn the corner, there's all these little like storefronts like malls have, but they're all kind of adorned like our shop, how like all the walls are black and everything. And they're like, oh, these are all just concert venues now. And so every store is a concert venue. And I was like, okay, I had to grab speakers. I don't know why. These speakers. And I was like, okay, I grabbed these speakers and I'm holding like this speaker in one hand and my cat in the other, and I'm walking back when my phone rings and it's you, and you're like, "Hey, I left the merch on the other floor, so you have to go up another floor to get it." And I was like, "What?" And that's all I remember. Now, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like Nick's fucking with me in my dreams now.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I'm getting phone calls about merch in a different area, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
But I vividly remember just thinking to myself in the dream, it's like, oh man, this mall must not be doing good when Annie Ann's closes.
Right.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Everything's closed now, Shopping Town and Great Northern.
Oh yeah, both of those malls are completely closed, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I remember when the Taco Bell left Great Northern Mall, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's over. It's
Oh
over now."
no, it's over now.
That's the canary in the coal mine for a
Yeah,
dying mall.
right. Yeah. The Canary's not there no more.
Yeah.
I think Penn Can Mall is making a comeback.
Pencan
What?
Mall. You mean Driver's Village?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Penn
where
was
that
where it was at, man.
That's
I
so
like
funny.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I don't remember too much about it. Definitely like going shopping with my mom there. They
Yeah.
had a service merchandise. Remember that place?
I remember service merchandise.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a throwback retail store. I think it was 2 floors, right? Because I remember there was 2 escalators. It wasn't that big.
Yeah. Oh, you know who will actually know? My mom is about to sign on, so she will. We're gonna talk to her about this because she'll know more than we, I think.
Service
Service-
Hi, Mom.
ServiceMerchandise.com is
This is
still a
Peter.
legitimate thing.
Josh is here, Mom.
How are you?
Good, very good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Mom, we were just talking about service merchandise. Remember that place?
Service merchandise, yes, yes. You
There's-
had to. The order came down a conveyor belt.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's crazy. It was like you put your order in, and then the order would come down. You had to go to another place and pick up your order.
Oh my God. That's crazy. I don't
Yeah.
remember that part of it. I just remember
Yeah.
I remember going there when we were really young.
Yes.
And then it turned into Funscape. Remember Funscape?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mini golf inside.
Oh yeah.
I have a good memory from Funscape. Do you remember James Strandell?
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I was hanging out with him, and his dad took us there one time. And we went to the Taco Bell. Like the first thing we did, that was like our breakfast, is Taco Bell at Funscape.
Yeah.
And I ate a bunch of Taco Bell, and I just puked it all up.
Oh God.
And then he drove me home.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's
story.
that's it. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, mommy, you having some wine tonight?
Yes. I have some Chardonnay.
Ooh, nice.
Yep, in my Chardonnay glass.
Molly picked up
Um,
the neon rainbows from Omegang. I don't know if
Omegang.
you- Yeah.
Love Omegang.
I like them.
What's
They're one of
everybody
my-
else drinking?
Yeah, Tony, what are you drinking, buddy? I saw you hold up a glass. There we go.
It's orange soda, spiced rum,
Ooh,
some melon liqueur,
ooh.
and one of the random vials from one of the cocktail
Oh.
classes.
Random vial. Like,
So you don't know what's in it?
Did you smell?
I
the random-
forget.
Did you
I
smell?
think
the
it
random
was like a
vial?
simple syrup,
Oh.
or maybe it was the elderberry, elderflower syrup.
Oh
One
my
of those.
God.
Oh, the elderflower one. That was from mine.
Yeah, that was from the Whiskey Daily, I think, right? Didn't you add
Thanks.
that to the Whiskey Daily?
I did. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a ways ago.
yeah. Well, I'm glad it's being used. That's great.
Oh yeah, I know that stuff is super good.
Oh, speaking of that, it's this, right? Saint Germain.
It is. How
I still have-
random.
I still have that. Colin gave me this poster of the Saint Germain lady years ago, and I still have it.
That was probably like the
5
year I
years
moved back to New York.
I think so. Yeah.
It's got that had to have been like 2015, 2016. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe we still have that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna when I'm done with this, I got the for my birthday. Molly gave me an office. So I'm like set up now. I have a corner desk. It's in the computers in the corner. I have desks going this way. There's even a globe. There's like,
Is it a globe of the Earth, or is it of a different planet?
No, it's of the Earth.
Okay.
And I've got whiteboards on the walls. I've got picture frames. I've got a thing of paper clips, a thing of
Wow.
pens, whiteboard. Like she went all out. Tape dispensers, stapler, and of course I have to have a couple. My parents gave me the Sellerman's Folly coasters.
The
So I got
beautiful.
those for my beers, and I got envelopes. I got glue stick, like literally everything. Cork board.
Glue sticks?
Yeah. Just in case I need
You
everything.
never know. You
Post-it
never know.
notes. Post-it notes. Yeah, but she went all out for this. A nice lamp. And then my mom got me a ring light for all these streams, so that's the lights that's shining on right now. And one thing she also did was I got the shelf back here, and on top of it, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a couple of decanters, and I got the barrel proof. I usually get, the $30 bottle of Elijah Craig because that is a good staple to have in your house. It's an excellent bourbon.
Oh yeah, I got a bottle
And-
of it too.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you run out, you just get another one because it's a cheap bottle. It tastes good. It's always good to have. But she knows I like Elijah Craig, so she got me the barrel proof, 60.4%. Yeah.
Wow. So that's what 121.
Yeah, and it's
Whew.
no, it's 100.
That's gotta be rough.
Yeah, about 121, right? No, it's really good. And I looked it up.
Oh.
It's a pricey bottle, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I'm gonna be sipping on that towards the end. I don't want to start off with that. So
Nice.
that's what I'm drinking. Josh, you drinking anything tonight besides aqua?
I have a diluted, kind of like a sugary iced tea kind of thing.
Ooh, okay.
It's not that good. It's just
Well,
like
you can judge this well because you're a professional bartender now.
That is
I'm
true.
So you know what a good drink is and what a not.
really, I haven't tried most of the things that I serve, so what the hell do I know?
Oh my
Sometimes
God.
people ask me, they're like, "Oh, what works well with this?" So I was like, I don't, I'll do my best to make recommendations, but sometimes people want to know like what I like. I'm like, I don't know, I haven't really tried much here.
You should tell them whatever's in this drink that you're drinking. Be like, this is what I like. You should have this.
You
I
just
do
make
try to
stuff up
study.
when people ask you?
Well, what I try to do is like I do my best to learn about different pairings of things,
Yeah.
but sometimes they just will want to know, well, what do you like best?
Right.
That's when I try to avoid it.
Yeah. I gotcha. Oh, Tony, that you're here. Did you pick a soda yet? Because I'm gonna try to pick up the sodas tomorrow. You got the list. I want to know by the end of Whiskey Wednesday what your soda is gonna be this month. Um, and
I-
yeah, what?
I'm thinking the yeah, I'll go with the lemonade, the lemonade soda.
Yeah, the limonada.
Yeah.
Limonada.
Yes.
Sure. All right. Cool. I'll put that in. Put that in for you.
So what is this? There's a soda of the month.
So for the cocktail class this month, well, actually last month we talked to everyone that was part of the class, and we were like, "What do you want to see in 2023?" And a lot of people said, "I would just want a simple drink." And there's a soda company called Fizz out of Rochester, and we've been kind of in talks for a couple of months about doing something with their soda for a cocktail class, and I thought, no, there's nothing simpler than just a whiskey and soda, whiskey and
Mhm.
Coke and stuff like that. So um, it's not going to be a very complex cocktail class. So they gave us the list of sodas they make, and they make like 20 different kinds, and we're allowing people to pick whatever one they want. So that way, everyone now we have we can have a longer class by talking to everybody. Like, what is your like? Colin picked grapefruit soda mixing with whiskey. Like, we don't know how that's gonna taste. So now we can talk to each one and see what they all liked about it and what they didn't like
Yep.
about it. So
Is it the same whiskey?
yeah, everyone's getting the same
Yeah.
whiskey.
Yeah, it's all the same whiskey.
That's a cool
Um,
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we're
We're
also
also going to be diluting.
we're also giving everyone a bottle of our 100 proof rye whiskey, and we're going to be diluting it down to like, we're just going to try what it tastes like at 100 proof, and then proof it down to 90, and then try that, and then proof it down to 80, and try that, and keep going. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun science. As I think Jared said, it's a science experiment that gets you tipsy. So it's gonna be fun to kind of do that. Yeah. So if you're listening or you are watching back on the 30th is our cocktail classes, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun this year.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, it
I
should
mean,
be
we talked about it on the podcast a little bit, but I want to just drink the grapefruit soda on its own.
Well,
I-
yeah, I assume you will.
So I just want it.
Oh, you just want it. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want it. It sounds. I don't even really like soda, but that just sounds so good.
Yeah, yeah. We got a few people watching on Facebook. Hello, Facebook people. How are you? Hope you're doing well.
Cheers, Facebook.
Comments. Um,
Comments.
comment on something so we know who's watching. Um, yeah. Okay. So should we dive into this dream I had?
I think
Yeah,
we're-
before I lose reception. Let's do
Dream
that.
you have or the dream you had?
I had. I mean, I have many dreams.
Am I in
going
it? Am I
forward.
in it?
No, but Caleb is, and it gets
Caleb
weird.
is apparently the star of this dream.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Krista Lucia's watching. Hey, Nick, any word on the official product? Yes, it's. I mean, on our podcast, we tried the new chai, and it's ready. It's pretty much ready.
Tastes really good.
Yeah, it tastes amazing. We're in the process of figuring out how to. I mean, I know how to. We just haven't taken it out of the barrels, proofed it down, filtered it, and put it in bottles. We had to clean the bottles before we, sanitize the bottles before we put our product in, and all that fun stuff. That's the next step. Labels are in the process as well, and there's just some things we have to get through before we can hand them out. But pre-orders are available right now, Chris. If you're interested, you can pre-order your bottle.
Also, really, really important. If you stop by the shop while we're open, you could sample it.
You can sample it. That's true.
Yeah,
Like the final product, pretty much.
the
because
final product. Yeah,
Yeah, it's ready.
yeah.
So yeah, chai is ready. We're just labels are the biggest thing right now. We're kind of dealing with. We have a couple of different vendors, and they're sending samples, and there's We have to get proofs made and make sure they look good, and it's a big project. We just want to make sure it's done right. So that's the holdup on the bottles. Anyway, I had a dream 2 nights ago. Caleb, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. I had a dream. I woke up and I was like, "This is weird." I told Molly about it, and she was like, "I don't know what this means. You're gonna have to talk to someone about this." And I said, "Okay." Um, so I had a dream, and Caleb was dead. He died.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it'll happen one day.
And
Hopefully not today.
so it's such a weird dream. And I remember being like sad, and when someone young passed away, the funeral is like, it's booming, right? Like there's always a lot of people, and I remember being at your funeral. It sounds so bad. I'm so sorry, but we I was standing in line, and I was outside of the funeral home, and I'm in line outside, and I'm looking at the building, and through a window I can see you being like cremated or something, but it wasn't burning your body. They were like throwing your body into like a big tub of like melted candle wax, and your body was like melting.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay, this is deep.
This is
Yeah.
a horror movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, what are you watching on TV, Nick?
I'm not really watching anything right now, honestly.
Yeah, what are you going to bed with? What is playing as you're falling asleep?
He just
Nothing.
watched the original. Yeah, he just watched Batman actually.
Oh,
And,
God,
how the
yeah.
that's how the Joker was made.
Yeah, this has to be something out of like the 1989 Batman, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
All right,
1989.
that's where my mind was going as well.
So, anyways, I remember watching this, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so like strange, this happening, right?" And then, and then, like I see your limbs like melting with the candle wax, like it's wild, right? And
Sounds
like you,
vivid.
and then you wake up. You're suddenly alive, and you're like, "Wait, what?" And you're like so confused, and everyone's freaking out. They're like, "He's alive! He's alive! He's alive!" And we're like, "Oh my God!" And then you're like looking at your melted limbs, and you're like, "What is going on right now?" And we're like, "Caleb, we're at your funeral. Like you were dead. Like you died." And you were like, "What?" Like you were so confused, and so was everybody else. And I remember you walking. I don't know how you were walking if you had melted limbs, but like I remember you were just like, "What?" And then I remember going up to you and be like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess you wouldn't be okay." And you were like very upset and very like, "What's going on?" Like you were just annoyed, and and uh and and then at one point like you switch, like you all of a sudden like your anger turns into like I put me back in. That's what you said. You're like, "Put me back in the wax." Like you're like, "I'm done. I'm done with this. Put me back in the wax." And everyone's trying to convince you that you're alive. Like you don't have to die, Caleb. Like what are you doing? You're like, "No, I need to go back in." And then they put you back in, and then you died.
Wow. Well, that was the end.
Wow.
And then at one point, Holly Berlin was part of it, and she was like your girlfriend or something. I don't know what's going on in this one, but you also had a twin, and I remember this being very vivid as well. That was like we showed you to Holly, and you're like, "No, that's his brother, my other boyfriend," or something like that. Like she had two boyfriends, and they were both your twins, and you were both the same person. And you're like, "No, this is Caleb," and she goes, "No, he's not. That's not Caleb. Like that's the twin of Caleb." And you're like, "No, this is." We're trying to convince her that you are still alive, and then you end up you're like, "Put me back in."
Oh my God.
Put me back in, and then they did. They did.
I just had enough at that point.
Yeah, but that was it.
Wanted it to be done with.
Yeah, that was my dream about you, Caleb, and I just don't know. I don't know.
All
what
right,
to
let's
think.
go around the room and find out what this means.
I think he's just thinking a lot about you, Caleb. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not a bad thing.
Oh man.
Okay.
So, yeah, I saw your body. I saw your body melting in candle wax, and it was just like, I don't know.
But you were having fun.
Candles.
I was not having fun. Like it was sad. Like we were all, everyone was sad, and then we were trying to get you to stay alive, and you were like, "No, I'm done. I gotta go back."
I thought you were saying like the place was booming, you know, like a party.
Well, it was just very busy. Like so many people there to pay respects to you. Like it was like
Oh, got
it
it.
was
Got
very
it.
busy. Like it was very. There was a lot of things
Yeah.
going on. I don't
Did
know.
Caleb go back into the wax because people might be disappointed that he was still alive, like the gal came up?
Yeah,
He was dead.
yeah. I mean, it could go both ways.
And they wanted the candles. They wanted the Caleb candles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I remember when you
The
went back,
CC is
when you went back in. I remember people being like, "Oh, okay, well, we're back where we started." Like it was like a quick like he was alive and now he's not.
wow. All
Again,
right.
and we're like, okay, well, I guess we'll just continue with the funeral then. You know?
Yeah,
That's-
that makes sense.
Yeah. John Marrow commented saying, "Have fun, guys. Being sick sucks." Yeah, him and Becky are not feeling well.
Oh, that's a bummer. Ask them
Yeah.
what they think about your dream.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone's watching and heard that whole story, please
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
know if I should talk about it with a professional or not.
Yeah. So when did this dream happen? Did it actually happen last night?
No, 2 nights ago.
Okay.
But I've been waiting to say something until.
This has really been itching. Wow.
Yeah, my dreams get pretty weird sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but that was that's right at the top of the list there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So did Molly have a opinion on what the dream meant?
No, she was just as confused. She said, you know, yeah, I wonder what this means. You know, she was trying to figure it out. And then she's like, you should tell Caleb about it. And I go, I will tell Caleb about it.
I'll have to sit on this one, I think.
Yeah. Alex Wicker just texted back.
Yeah, because I accidentally texted you.
I ordered the door pulls. All right,
I
let's
or-
talk,
I
let's talk
ordered-
about that.
All right, we can talk about these door pulls. They're really nice. So part of the I'm sitting on a couch right now in my like sunroom or living room, whatever. Because normally I have an office, just like you now do. But I haven't been working upstairs in my office because I've been doing some renovation work in my bedroom. So Nick, you've seen this. I don't know if you remember it. Caleb, you've probably seen it too because you've been to my house. But
Yeah.
for those not in the know, my bedroom has an ensuite bathroom.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, but you want to close it up, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't have a door.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, or it didn't have a door. So it had an ensuite that had this giant archway. I mean, it's a really sweet bathroom, but it had a giant archway to just walk in and without a door. So, you can only imagine how that, goes if you want to go to the bathroom or do whatever and there's no door on your bathroom. So we finally had somebody put together a door or like build a doorway and everything. And we converted a door that we had other like kind of floating around our house into a pocket door. But I have to buy door pulls for it because it wasn't originally a pocket door. So I found like nice antique door pulls to put onto the door so it fits like the theme of the house and everything. And I just ordered them and I'm super duper excited to like go to the bathroom the very first time with the door closed and feel good about it. It's just something you just cannot take for granted.
I have a question.
Yeah, you deserve some privacy.
I
Colin.
deserve it. Honestly, the biggest thing is just trying to like pee in the middle of the night and feeling bad when like the bathroom light is on and it wakes up the other person. That's
Why do you turn the light on?
because I will pee all over everywhere, everything.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I have a question.
All right.
I have a question for you, Colin. Now, if you had your house, the same house you have now, with the same bathroom, before the door situation,
All right. For the door.
but you lived alone, would you put a door in?
If I lived by myself, probably not.
Yeah, because that's awesome, right?
Yeah. I'd be like, whatever. Just walk over there, do whatever. I'd probably never close the door ever. And I'd probably just never get dressed. So
Right, yeah, that's true.
yeah. I probably wouldn't even pee in the bathroom at that point. But
Oh my God.
like the whole world's my oyster, but
Yeah.
or toilet, whatever. But I probably wouldn't live in the same house if I was by myself.
I
So
see.
yeah, but definitely wouldn't bother putting in a door. That was also not my idea for the record, but I don't.
Well, you
know.
wouldn't put in the door if you didn't live there.
That's true. You know what? It's a really good point. I wouldn't put in the door if I did not live there.
Yeah.
Yep. Excellent point.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have a question for Tony. Tony is a type of person who comes to the bar and you're like, oh, I think this liquor would go well. Like you pair things together, and sometimes they're misses, and sometimes they are amazing. Do you know what your favorite one has been, and have you reordered any before?
I don't remember what my favorite has been.
There's been a
'Cause
few
the-
where I'm like, there's been a few where I was very impressed. I was like, oh my God, this tastes amazing.
And when there's one that's really good, I'll write it down.
Uh,
But you can ask Jocelyn that she'll find random song slips and notes with like various concoctions.
I try to keep those ones out of the garbage. But if there's like 16 ABBA,
Yeah.
whatever,
On the back
and
of them,
nothing
well,
else, I always look for them.
so like I just have like a bunch of song slips, notes, and
yeah.
with a bunch of cocktails on them, and like
Yeah.
they tend to get like no.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you knew if what your favorite one has been because there's been a couple, and I can't remember them, but that have been like really good. There's like a few where there's people that were like, wow, this was amazing. Like he'll mix like a loopy vodka with peach whiskey and something else or whatever. I mean, that's just an example, but and sometimes you're like, whoa, I would have never put these things together, and they're amazing. So I wasn't sure if you remembered your favorite one.
Sadly.
Cool. Whew. Boy. So yeah, guys, we are we're open every Friday. You guys should come. You guys should come check it out. The new digs, the new spot.
Have you had any like random people walk in, Nick?
Oh yeah, yeah. The Auburn community has been really, really great so far. Since we've been put in that paper a few weeks ago or a month ago now, and yeah, every week since then, there's been people that I don't know. There was one 2 weeks ago ish. I was busy from 5:30 until I stayed until 11. I didn't know a single person all night.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, and it was busy. Like we were slammed. And it was yeah, it was really amazing. Um, Meeting a lot of cool people. Patreon people have been showing up too. Um,
You can get your kits while you're there.
oh yeah, we should do that. Now, maybe not this Friday. I don't know if they'll be ready by then, but the following Friday, if you want to come pick up your cocktail kit, we'll give you your second drink for free. That's what that was.
Really? That's
that was-
good to know.
Yeah. That'll be the 27th, I believe.
Yep, it's the 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our next cocktail class is the 30th.
30th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a Monday, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah,
30th.
yeah.
I have
Kind of
my
getting at the number there.
January spreadsheet right now. Oh, also, guys, big news. It won't be released until February because I want to keep it monthly. But Colin and I are interviewing the brand ambassador of McConnell's Irish Whiskey on Friday,
Yeah,
and
on
we're
Friday.
yeah we're super excited about that. It's one of my favorite Irish whiskeys. We reached out on Instagram as like a just a shot in the dark, just to be like, hey, does anyone from your company want to talk to this smaller company?
Yeah.
And this woman, Sarah, reached out and she was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And we actually had a meeting with her to talk about the interview months ago.
I
Like,
know, it was a while ago.
so long ago, and they've been busy, they've been blowing up, and they're all over the place, and she's been traveling all over the world promoting McConnell's. And she finally settling down, and she emailed us back saying, hey, yes, I'm sorry. I think her actual email was like, "You probably think I'm a terrible person, but here we go. I would love to sit down and talk to you guys." So we're interviewing her, and it's gonna be awesome. And if you haven't yet, it's available on all tiers. Go check out the last interview we did with Sterling from the R Bar that was released a couple weeks ago. That's a really fun interview that we did. Um, he built his like an elaborate home bar, and it was it's he like posted a video of his home bar on, I don't know, YouTube or someplace, and it got like 11 million views. So it went viral, and it's crazy. He has like a secret door, like the
It's a
bookshelf.
secret door, and
Yeah,
it's like a speakeasy type thing. It's
yeah,
really cool.
really
It's
cool.
basically the best home bar in America.
Yeah, it was amazing. Um, and he's a super nice guy, and it was a really fun conversation. So go check that out too.
It was really fun, and it just kind of it just made me feel very insignificant, being like this dude's got his own home bar with like, what do you say, he had like 140 something bottles of whiskey at it or something,
Oh,
or
way more than
it
that.
was ridiculous.
I think he had over 200 just bourbons, right?
No, I know, like unique bottles.
Oh,
or something
unique bottles.
like
Right,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But it was wild.
Yeah, it was
wild.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where is he located?
In Nashville.
Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we're interviewing Sarah Kennedy from McConnell's on Friday, and that'll be posted.
Hey guys,
Yo.
I gotta jump off of here, but I'll try to get back in a little bit.
All right.
Drive
Later,
safe.
buddy.
Bye,
Okay,
Caleb.
bye.
Yeah, it'll probably be posted like first week of February because the R Bar interview was posted in January, so I'm trying to one up them. We're gonna try to do it monthly, but yeah. What else? What else do you guys want to talk about? Whiskey Wednesday.
What about mocktails? I keep getting requests for mocktails.
Mocktails,
Is,
yeah.
is there anything that still has a whiskey type flavor to it?
No, I mean there has been non-alcoholic whiskeys, but they're not. To me, they don't taste like whiskey at all. But there's like a few brands that are pretty popular. Um, I'm trying to think of the one that I know. What's the one I'm thinking of? Oh, Kentucky 74 is the one I know, and I've tried it once, and it was just, I don't know. It was like water, like almost watery, but it still had the notes of like the wood, kind of. I don't know. To me, it just didn't really taste anything. Like it's hard to replicate that, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait,
Yeah.
so Josh, are you? Wait, did you say you're getting requests to have them? Like people are actually asking to, like, in a public place to have mocktails?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a movie theater,
Right.
and so there's a lot of people who just don't drink, or apparently like dry January.
Oh yeah, that's a big
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Or even like if you're at a bar, you don't want alcohol before you leave, but you want something.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if people are in a group and maybe just one of them doesn't drink, but they want something a little more interesting than just soda or water.
Yeah.
What I'll do is it's usually soda water, splashes of a couple different fruit
Fruit
juices,
juices.
and then garnish really nicely. Um, I usually ask, savory or otherwise, because I can make like something with like tomato juice or pickle juice or something like that with something. Um, and then I put it in like a martini glass so it looks fancy, and then garnish with a whole bunch of fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do.
What do you charge for something like that?
We just charge them for like a soda, like
Okay.
yeah. At Singer, it's like $3 for a soda or something like that. So,
Uh,
um,
I've been doing this one with I put ginger ale, a little bit of lime juice, lemon honey ginger syrup, and some old fashioned bitters.
ooh, that's a good
Like
one.
I've been trying to dial in that taste, but it's still kind of soda based. So
You
I'm
could
just
use a lot of bitters and make it alcoholic.
do bitters actually have alcohol in it?
Yeah,
I don't.
and they're like 45% alcohol. Yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Man, I've been
because
giving them to people.
yeah, because they're just like dashes. You can get them in a grocery store. There are some that do not have alcohol in them. I think like the something brothers or something like that. The chocolate bitters. There's no alcohol in that. It's just like um, I don't know what makes it bitter, but most of them do, and it's a strange uh, thing that like you can go to a grocery store. They don't ID you for it, but it's actually like
No, they don't.
46%. You know,
Yeah, so what happens if like the little bottles? What happens if you drink the whole thing?
it'd be like a shot. It would be
Would it?
awful. It would taste awful.
Would
You
it? Would that actually be the case? Because otherwise, wouldn't you? I mean, I imagine there would probably be some kind of like regulations against it, just like people who like take over-the-counter medicines to get messed up. But
Yeah, like
No.
I feel like kids would have caught on. To
kids
it.
kids
Yeah.
would have caught on to that. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
But they haven't. There's like a famous TikTok video or Instagram video or something that where someone comes up to I think they're in a liquor store and they go and just purchase a bottle of bitters. And they're like, yeah, that's it'd be like $10. And they're like, don't you need to see my ID? And they're like, no, not for bitters. He's like, but it says there's 46% alcohol. He goes, yeah, not for bitters, and we don't care about that. He's like, but I can do a full shot of this, and it's the same as doing a shot of whiskey. And they're like, yeah, but you're not gonna ID me. No, I don't need to. Like
Yeah.
it's just like a thing where like it's
kinda like a-
overlooked.
It's kind of like a dare
Yeah.
almost too. It's like who would actually take a shot of bitters straight?
We should
Right.
do next Whiskey Wednesday, guys. We're gonna do a shot of bitters, all of us.
Okay.
It'd be a fairly expensive shot too.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah,
That
it's
would be
like-
a pretty expensive shot. Yeah, if you want to get the whole. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of bitters. I will do like a quarter shot if you really want me to do one. But
Oh, let's spice it up. Whiskey Wednesday. Take a
Alright.
shot of. No, I'm not gonna make you do that. That
alright.
that's a lot
I
of
don't.
bitters.
I don't want to. It would be so bad.
I would do it. No. How about when I actually make it to the bar? That's how we'll celebrate.
Okay. All right. Do you want a full shot?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that'd be so gross. But okay, it's down. We have it. We have it. It's knowledge now. This is on the internet. So
Good. Well, on that note, I do have to run, but it was good to see everyone, especially Mrs. Streeter. It's been a while.
Nice seeing you too, Josh. Take care.
All right, good to see everyone. Bye.
Hi,
Bye.
bye,
everyone.
Josh. Yeah. Love Josh. He's the man.
How long have you known him? Seventh grade?
6th grade.
Sixth grade.
I've known Colin since 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, something. Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
A very long time.
Callum, were you over here for all the sleepovers or I can't remember?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Can't remember
Probably.
the
Yeah,
day
probably.
sleepover.
Probably. I mean, we're talking.
20
I don't
years
know.
ago.
When was 6th or 7th grade? Like 1999.
92, 90 in the 90s.
Yeah.
Sometime in the 90s.
99.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
I know.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yep. I'm just gonna casually say yes, it probably happened, but I don't remember.
There's a lot of kids here. What about the graduation party? Were you here for the graduation party?
Yes, I absolutely was there.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember that too because my party was a year after everyone else's, and then I didn't see Colin for that like whole year. And
I didn't see anybody for a whole year. I just
And
showed
then-
up
and
with
he just showed,
Alex. I think.
yeah, and he just showed up, and I was like, oh my god, Colin's here, and you had really long hair.
Hmm.
I remember you had
Really?
really long hair. Yeah, like Tony's length hair, I think.
Yeah, my hair was super long. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Tom Garushki?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Last time I knew, I think he's still living in Auburn. Tom, if you're here, if you're you stumble across this Facebook page, come hang out.
What would you do if
sometime.
he walked into
Yeah,
the-
he could leave comments in this right now. It's live.
Oh, I would if you walked into.
That'd be
Someone's Valley,
funny.
Oh my God, I'd give him a big old hug.
I bet he
Miss
looks
Tom.
the same too.
I bet he does. Yeah. There's a 100% chance he looks exactly the same. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Are you slowly getting through your did Dad try his Jack Fire yet?
Yes,
Did he like it?
yes. It seems yes. We tried it. I don't think it was a couple weekends ago.
Oh,
It does
nice.
taste different. It does taste different.
Yeah, it tastes different than Fireball.
Yeah. Than Fireball. It's less stronger.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still taking orders and everything?
Oh yeah, still
Okay.
business as usual right now, and we're just yeah, every Friday come pre-order a bottle. I mean, and yeah, I mean cocktails. We have our monthly cocktails this month. We're still doing the vanilla chai mule, and we also have a rested gin Ricky, and we have a cider donut whiskey sour, which is very good.
That sounds
Um,
delicious.
Yeah, and we also have what's the other one? Oh, a sidecar. Sidecar. And then we have all of our liquors are New York State liquors that we have right now. We have some liqueurs from Lock One. We have a pineapple liqueur and an orange liqueur, and a fireball-ish type of. It's called Inferno 101 from Lock One. And of course, we have our stuff you can try. We have our Auburn Reserve you can try. We have our Chai Fusion we can try. Yeah. And 1911 gin and vodka and vanilla chai vodka and their cider donut bourbon. So, yeah, we have a lot of
Sounds
different
good.
things you
We
can.
got choices.
We got options. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think, one thing we haven't really talked about, I mean, granted, we got a small group here, but we are technically broadcasting anywhere, is
sure.
if people are interested in a particular type of whiskey, or it doesn't even need to be a whiskey, it could be a gin, vodka, whatever. If
Yeah.
it's New York State, we could get it.
Yeah.
And we can make drinks and special cocktails and serve it, at the shop. So I think we can take requests too.
Yes.
And if people are enough people are interested, it's like, yeah, we'll get it and we can serve it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. We should do that. Maybe talk about that at the next cocktail class or something. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's a great idea. There's certain things that I'm not sure if we can get because, like, we have to do all New York State liquor and we can't serve beer or wine. But what if
Yeah,
what
yeah.
if beer or wine was in the cocktail and we don't sell them
Right.
individually?
Remember that one cocktail with the wine? It was one of my favorites.
I was thinking about that too. Like, what if we had a bottle of like CJS wine, but we only used it for a cocktail? I don't know if that counts. And also, people have been asking for Manhattans, but vermouth is considered a wine. It's classified under wine, so I don't know if we can get it. So
Yeah. The
the New
short
York
answer
State
is we
laws
have
are
to figure that out.
yeah, it's a New York State laws are very vague, so it doesn't say whether or not we can use them in a cocktail. I think we're
Yeah.
fine if as long as we don't sell. But another thing I realized too is that we can get like seltzers because a lot of those are just vodka sodas in cans. And Anheuser-Busch, made in Baldwinsville, New York, they produce that neutral brand of vodka sodas.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
we
Neutral.
could, yeah,
Yeah.
neutral, yeah. So we could sell those, which is a good thing to have if people want a beer that want a carbonated canned beverage. Um, that's the closest thing we can get to those. So that's something we can look into as well. But yeah, Tony, what would you like to see at our shop? Like what type of cocktail would you want to see there, or a type of liquor or something?
I don't know, cause I'd probably try everything.
Yeah, you would, I think. Yeah, that's funny. Good to
I mean, you could always mix everything in the same glass.
know.
That is possible. Yeah. Tony, do you have an actual like go-to drink, like that is a regular standby,
Like
like your drink, like this is my thing that I usually get.
usually I'll begin the night with like a Jack and Coke, whiskey and diet type thing. Just something simple.
Yeah,
Okay.
That
Okay.
that's
and that
what
gives me time to think.
yeah, that's true. He comes in and it's Jack and Diet single and a tall glass. That's his go-to at first.
Interesting.
Nick,
Yeah.
what's your favorite? Like what's your go-to drink? You know mine, what mine is.
Yeah, if I'm at
But
a
I
bar,
mean, like,
if I'm at a bar, I most bars usually have Tullamore Dew. So I do what Tony does, and I'll get either a glass of a Tullamore Dew, um, neat, so I can have time to just kind of sip on it while I look at their menu and see what they have. Um, that's my favorite Irish whiskey. And most people, if someone has Jameson, they probably have Tullamore Dew. So I usually go that route because it's a good standard. It's a good neutral whiskey. I think that's like not too harsh. It's easy to sip on. Um, and then I look to see what they have. I don't usually go too hard. My second drink is probably a beer or something. Um,
oh,
but I don't usually do cocktails unless I'm at a cocktail bar. And
like, I never remember you like vodka or
yeah, I'm not
gin.
usually.
Well, no, you like gin.
I like gin. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
gin.
That gin that you got that I tried the other day at the shop, that is really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
That is unique.
Yeah, a little backstory is there's a place called the Mushroom Distillery in Fayette, New York, which is in the Finger Lakes. And we went there because we heard that they distill everything from mushrooms. That was the rumor. But we get there, and it's not true. They distill and rectify, um, but they infuse mushrooms into their vodkas. So like every vodka is a different. I know Colin can't have them; he's allergic to mushrooms. But
Sure.
yeah, um, but uh, but they had this gin there that they found at another distillery, and it was sitting there for 4 years in a barrel, and they call it a rested gin. When you talk about aged spirits, it's in the United States. If you want to label something aged, it has to go with whiskey, and you can't call any other spirit aged. So if you have a darker liquor, that's either tequila or gin, it has to be called something else, and they usually call it rested, not aged. So it's a rested gin, and it's been sitting in a barrel for 4 years, and it's very interesting. It's like it's the perfect mix between like a whiskey and a gin.
A whiskey and a gin.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
You get like that barrel notes, those wood kind of
It,
caramel kind of
it's
flavors,
all
but it's a
actually,
gin.
it's almost even similar to like a wine that was aged in an oak barrel as well.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah,
Like
that's true.
whiskey has more prominent flavor, I think, like to absorb the wood notes, but
With the
this
grains, yeah.
reminded me of it reminded me more of like a white wine that was aged in oak.
Interesting.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm-
like the oaky stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not a big wine drinker myself, but my significant other is, and she actually has an online subscription to a service called Wink.
What's it called?
Wink, WINC. And Wink, it's a monthly service where it basically lets you pair your food preferences, or like you put in like your food preferences and wine preferences, and then what it does is it sends back a wide array of like recommendations of wines that they have, and you get wines on a monthly basis like delivered to your door. It's pretty cool. So she
Yeah,
just has
that sounds
wine.
cool.
Yeah, so she just has wine mailed to her, and they're based on like all of these preferences that she likes.
Does
But
she get the same kind every month, or does she
no,
get
it's
different?
different. I mean, you can choose if you wanted to get the same kind every month, you could, but she's changed it every single time. So she
Oh wow,
usually,
it's WINC.
yeah, yeah,
Ooh, she's writing that
Yeah.
down.
I am.
New subscriber.
it's a little
Well,
pricey.
there's a lot of wine. There's a lot of different
Tons of options.
wine companies. You get new flavor each month, but I'm very particular on that.
Yeah,
if you wanna
yeah,
get
but the
something-
way that
like
this
I wouldn't want anything fruity.
No, she doesn't either.
know.
She likes more like semi-sweet wines that pair well with like fruits or like white meat, for example.
Uh-huh.
And so she pretty much always gets stuff that pairs well with that type of thing.
Right.
And she gets like 3 or 4 bottles a month from them, based on what she chooses. Actually, I got a FedEx notification by text today that she's getting 7 tomorrow.
Oh my god.
I know, it's insane.
Yeah.
Be set for the weekend.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it basically is like whatever the cost of the service is, like for the monthly fee from that, you can get any number of bottles of wine that equal the monthly fee. So it usually is like I think it's a kind of expensive. It's like $50 a month, but that turns into like 5 bottles of wine a month or 4 bottles of wine a month.
Right.
Oh my
So
god.
it's like yeah,
That's
which is
awesome.
not outrageous.
No,
'cause
that's
No,
not.
it's not.
no, I mean
No,
a
you
normal,
figure like Kendall's are what?
Like
And
15,
$15.
$15,
yeah,
$15,
yeah. It's nothing. It's not like you're buying super expensive bottles of wine. It's just like you're buying a good number of it at a time. But if you open up 1 bottle of wine a week and drink that over the course of a few days, it balances out pretty well. But this, she's had a lot of wild stuff. But the only reason I thought about it is because just like 3 days ago, she had like a Chardonnay that was aged in oak, or like a charred oak. It was pretty smoky, and it was from somewhere weird like South Africa or something.
I bet you loved it.
Oh, it was awesome. I drank it more than she did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So I'm cracking cracking for tonight. Check how dark this is.
Oh yeah.
That's the Elijah Craig.
That is a
barrel
rich
aged.
color.
Yeah, it's very rich.
Yeah.
I still haven't. It reminds me of the color of our mystery whiskey this month, which was one of my favorite ones that we've done. I don't know if you've listened to the podcast, but go back and do it. It's so sweet up front, and then it has whiskey on the aftertaste. I still have that bottle that you poured for me, Colin, and let me bring back home. I haven't.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was so
That
good.
is such a good. That is such a good whiskey. Yeah, loved it.
But
Loved it.
now I'm going to the my birthday present from Molly is the Elijah Craig barrel proof. So it's great. It's awesome. And on this
Yeah.
one, I'm using the other coaster
Oh,
My
cool.
parents got me. I got.
Did you now on the bar? Do you set them all up, or do you give them out when you make the drink? Like,
No, I set them all up. There's only a few seats. I mean, you've all
Yeah,
been
I
there.
know.
Tony, you've been there too. There's only a few seats available, so we had enough. I mean, you guys got me like 10 of each.
yeah,
Um, and
we're gonna get you now. We gotta get you like cocktail napkins,
ooh, yeah,
right?
that's fancy. That's fancy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting there fancy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, with my birthday and Christmas really close together, a lot of stuff you see at the shop is stuff from my family. My brother got me the open sign that you see now. We got the coasters at the shop and the new menu that's up there with the the orange neon sign was another gift. It's really cool. That was an Etsy. You got that on Etsy, you said, right?
Yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We knew that Dan was gonna get to the open sign, and we told him at the same time, but it works out that you got one sign for that, and then you got the open sign.
I know. Yeah.
You put it right in your window.
The
You
open
put
sign?
the open sign.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
right in the window. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Good.
yeah. So. All right. Well, we've been going for about an hour or so. I think that's Whiskey Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for joining.
All right.
This took some interesting turns.
I know it did. Yeah. Sorry
No?
about that story. I know. I just had
Oh,
to tell Caleb.
it was a good yet haunting story.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now, one thing that we didn't say, and I kind of wish we did this when everyone else was present, is before you said what the dream was, what people thought it was
Oh
going to be
yeah, that
about.
would have been a good one.
You know,
Yeah.
because when you first said it, you know, when you texted us earlier today, you're like, I had this dream about Caleb. I'm pretty sure, you know, we had a good idea as to what it was going to be about. And it was not about this.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Because that's often what's confusing about dreams.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly,
Well,
a
lot of people think there's meaning behind it, but I mean, what meaning could that possibly be?
I don't know.
You know, I
I
mean-
gotta go to a dream expert. I was hoping Josh would
Yeah.
be I was hoping Josh would be my dream expert, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he knows a guy.
Yeah, maybe he Josh knows everybody.
Yeah, he's got a guy.
Yeah.
He's got a dream guy.
Well, yeah, that's Whiskey Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Tony.
Okay.
Thanks, Caleb and Josh. This was a fun month.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when the next one is. The for you guys, we're doing another Zoom class on Thursday, the 26th. We're tasting the strawberry spiced whiskey or spiced strawberry whiskey. It's finally done. You guys will get it in your cocktail kits. We'll label them so you guys know which ones are which. If you can't make the class, that's okay, but we still want to know what you thought of it, so just let us know. And then the 30th is the cocktail class, and we will. Tony, you said limonada, right? That's the soda you want.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll do that and a couple of different fun things. You guys get an extra whiskey in your cocktail kit. You actually get 2 extra whiskeys in your cocktail kit this time with the
There's so
spiced
much
strawberry.
booze.
I know, so much booze, and we're excited for it. And we'll see you at the tasting, the spiced strawberry tasting on the 26th.
Looking forward
Okay.
to it.
Good
See
night.
you later.
Later, guys.
Thanks, you guys. And thanks to the people on Facebook who commented.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.